Alrighty, we're going to go through major and minor chords on the keyboard. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to work out and play every major and minor chord there is. So here we go. These are what major chords look like. Now, you've already played a few. You've done C major, you've done G major, you've done D major already when you learned some of those melodica pieces. Let's go through specifically what makes it a major chord. We got to start measuring the distance between the notes. That's called the interval, but here's how we do it. The major chord has 3 notes. We've labeled it as 1, 2, and 3 for each of these chords. The first note is called the roots note. A bit like the roots of a plant. It's at the bottom. It's the bottom note. It's the one which is at the bottom. So a C major chord always starts on C. Yeah? Once you've got your first note, you start working out the second note. The second note is 4 semitones above note 1. What that means is, here's note 1. You got to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you go 4 counts higher or 4 semitones higher, you get this note, which is the second note of the chord. Note 3 is 7 semitones above note 1. So that was number 4. We count 5, 6, 7. So that would be a C major chord. Let's do another example. Have a look at this B major chord over here. We're going to start on B. That's this note. Now, we do the same kind of counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you've got your B major chord. So whenever you get a major chord, you've got to find the roots note, which is the note of the chord, and then you play the note 4 semitones above and 7 semitones above. There's an example for A major, but yeah, make sure you use your melodica or use an on-screen keyboard to count your way up so that it's accurate. And you should get that major chord sound. We'll go through that a bit later. Let's move on to the minor chord. The minor chord is very similar. You've learnt the E minor chord. And just like the major chord, it's got 3 notes, but the main difference is the second note is lower. So major means big, minor means small. The minor chord has a lower second note, so it sounds a bit smaller. Here it is. First note is the root note. So in C minor, you start on C. Let's do that example. C. And then you only go up 3 semitones for the second note. 1, 2, 3. So now we've got that note, and then you still go up to 7 for the third note. You get this sound for C minor. You can do the same with the E minor and the A minor. Count your way up, but know that in the minor chord, the middle note is slightly lower. It's only 3 steps up instead of 4 steps up. Alrighty, so in summary, major chord, you've got the root note, and you've got, 4 semitones up for the middle note, and then 7 for the highest note. A minor chord looks like this. It's only 3 semitones up for the middle note, and then 7 for the last note. There we go. All right, let's do some examples. In class, you're going to do a few of these quizzes. They're going to show up a chord, and you're going to have to work out whether it's a major or a minor triad. So here we go. How do we work it out? You count your way up. That's the first note. So 1, 2, 3. It's only 3 steps higher, so it's a minor chord. Yay. Let's check this one out. That's your first note. Count your way up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 semitones till the middle note, and then 7 to the top. So that's a major. There's 4 semitones, and so on. Once you're good with that, you can do the challenge. All right, I do want to go through this, though. We're going to also have a listening version so that you can work out orally or by listening what the chords sound like. Have a listen. The middle note sounds brighter. It sounds happier. The happy chord is the major chord. Once again, that's a happy sound. All right, let's do another one. All right, there we go. Have a listen to this one. It's got a darker, sadder sound. That's the minor chord. You'll notice with the darker, sadder sound, I'll just mark up these notes. The first 2 notes are a bit closer together. That's what makes it sound darker. So that's a minor chord. All right, once again, there's a challenge for that. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it means whatever chord you're given, you know how to work it out. Let's just do one example of that. D major. You start with D. I'll mark it out. and you want a major chord, so count 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your D major chord. One last example, a really tricky one. Let's do F sharp minor. Now, where is F sharp on the keyboard? Let's use this one. There's F sharp, and it's a minor chord, so count your way up to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your F sharp minor chord. All right, hope you can master the chord playing on your melodica and your keyboard. Look forward to learning a bit more from that.